Hi, readers. It's Lori. Welcome back to my channel, Books, Ink, and Paper, or welcome if this is your first time. I am doing something very different today and probably very short. It is a bit of a book chat, live chat, I guess, but it's mostly to say I'm not feeling well again. And when I'm not feeling well, I'm not able to film, which I love to do, and I am behind and I'm feeling a certain way about it just because I enjoy doing it, not because any of you are upset about it. But I just wanted to let you know that I've been pretty sick since Sunday, and the day that I'm filming this is Wednesday. I have gone to the doctor. I have and I'm sorry, I'm going to probably move this around a little bit because I'm not in my regular place. I have both, well, there's more than two. I have an infection that started on Sunday, and I went to the urgent care on Monday and got some medicine, antibiotics to start helping with that. It's a recurring infection that I've had recently, and I'm just going to be very open with you. If you don't want me to be open with you, then feel free to stop watching it anytime you'd like. But this is what is known as a urinary tract infection. I have had a number of them in the last year. This is not normal for me. It's not normal for most people. And I am trying really hard to figure out what it is that is available to me to be able to change this. My mother had this challenge when she was older, way older than me. I know a lot of other people who have this challenge. They're sort of chronic. There's lots of information out there about what it could be or not. It's hard to say. But my choice, after having consulted with my physician's assistant again about this, and also knowing that I have an appointment for my regular checkup coming up, I am going to talk to my doctor, my primary care physician, about estrogen. Because I have heard from several people that estrogen, especially I guess in cream form, is a way to stave this off. So it is really a symptom of aging. And also people with diabetes do get UTIs quicker than other people, or more often than other people. And I've had a period of time in my life where I had them chronically before and then I didn't. And so I feel like the estrogen is probably the key, although I did notice recently that I have been eating more ice cream, which is not always good for me. And so it's possible that I'm going to have to make some changes in my diet as well. But for the most part, I am feeling like this is recovering. I'm taking my antibiotics and the things that I need to take. And yet I'm still very, very lethargic. I've slept. I've done really nothing for the last several days. I'm going to try to coach a client today and meet up with a potential student today. But other than that, I'm just going to do email checks and, the stuff that I can do while I'm laying here on my couch. This is my bed pillow that I brought in, my Snoopy pillow, because it's very comfortable. And I'm going to see if I can make this day slightly better. In addition to the UTI, I have hurt myself. I have pulled something. I was getting up just yesterday when I was going to get my blood work from the doctor. I stood up from bending down to do something with one of the dogs, and I felt this incredible pain in my left kind of back hip area. And Lisa was home and she said, "Oh my gosh, what happened?" And I mean, like, I cried out, and I think I just must have pulled something, but I have had to pick up my older dog's back legs a lot. She has a harness on and we have to pick her up and help her to walk with it. Some days are better than others. And so I've been doing that a lot. And I don't know if my back has just said, you know what, that's enough or what, but it was pretty intense. It is better today. I took a good amount of ibuprofen yesterday, and I took, so I put some BioFreeze on it, and I'm feeling a lot better about that. But yeah, this is not my favorite thing either. So I'm sitting here because I think this will be easier than sitting in my office all day in that chair. and I don't have but one client and one student. So tomorrow is going to be trickier because I have back to back to back to back, it looks like all day. So it is what it is. And I don't want to disappoint clients. It's the last thing I want to do. And I've had to cancel 3 sessions already, which makes me very sad. And then also, I want to make money. I have to make money to be able to live. And so it's a conundrum, but it is what it is. And I'm going to be fine. And everything's really not in a terrible crisis situation at all. It's just kind of annoying. So yesterday I finished The Measure, which I don't have nearby, so I'm not going to get up and get that. But I really enjoyed that. We're going to talk about that at a book club for Alex and Kat are hosting it at Alex's channel, which is Frank Fiction. So I'm really happy that I finished that. I did get some time to read on my Nook, and that was a good thing. And then I'm now reading This Book Made Me Think of You. It's a pretty sunny day, you can see. Yeah, not great lighting, I know. This one is my book club pick for the book club that I meet with my retreat besties. So we're going to read this the first Monday in May, I think, or maybe it's the second Monday in May. I don't know. But anyway, I just read very little of this, like not even, I think just one chapter of that last night. And we watched some television. We watched DTF St. Louis, which we started watching a couple of weeks ago, and I don't know how I feel about this series, but I will tell you that I was listening to Meredith Monday Schwartz because she was doing the live session for the patron group at Fabled Bookstore. Is that what it's called? I think so. So they were doing a live event, which they do every year about this time, and Meredith brought it up as something she was currently watching, and she said to her co-host, whom I love, who works there at her channel on Instagram is at Waco Reads, but her name is Elizabeth Barnhill, and they were talking about this, and Elizabeth said, "Oh, I don't think that that's for me." It's not for everybody. Let me just say, this is a very sensitive, very sexual series. It's very graphic. It's very weird. It's just one of the weirdest things I think I have ever seen, and it stars Jason Bateman and a woman whose name I won't be able to remember because I just don't know what her name is. And I can't remember the name of the guy either, but he was in Stranger Things. Also, the UTI does affect your ability to think of things, but I have a very hard time thinking of names these days, so that isn't surprising to me. I think there's just too many names in my head and my life. But if you like that kind of thing, you're probably going to love this. It is not badly done. It's just so weird. I just can't even describe it to you. And I don't want to spoil it at all, but we're going to try to finish that in the next couple of nights because I just want to kind of get it off my I'm hoping, really, really hoping against hope that there's not a second season because I don't think I could take it. It's very, very sexual. And to me, it's just a little bit too much, but I'm going to bear with it because my partner really likes it. And I do kind of want to see what happens to these people. I do kind of want to see where this is going to go. I love a lot of the characters that are in it, the detectives in particular, I really love. And it's just, it's so strange. Anyway, so we're watching that. I'm currently reading that. And other than kind of just trying to really take good care of myself, I'm not doing a whole lot. I've been watching YouTube. I just watched Krista's channel, Books and Jams. She did her 10th anniversary celebration, and I was really moved by that, and she was moved by it as well. She's just such a nice human being, and I just adore her. And I just want to shout out to Krista because she's one of the reasons that I'm still doing what I'm doing, because I saw her channel and I saw a few other channels and I was like, I want to do this. I want to be a YouTube content creator as well. So she's really been kind to me and supported me and shouted me out. And so I'm just so happy to have her as a friend in my circle of influence and circle of friends. And just to be able to recommend her to you because she's incredible. So I had a really good time watching that today. I'm trying to focus on the things that are working really well, right? And the book that I read for book club this week is The Measure by Nikki Ehrlich. That was a good one. I did enjoy it. I'll, talk about that more. I think Alex is filming the book club review. I don't know for sure, but I'll let you know if that is the case in another video. And I finally got my Book of the Month Club books after ordering them on April 1st. I got them on April 19th, I think. Yeah, 20th maybe. It was late. Yeah. I have no idea. I didn't show you my mug. It's my JFK Presidential Library mug. I don't know what happened. They just said they suddenly had a shortage of books, and so they were not going to be able to ship my books that I selected until they were able to fulfill that order. So I was a little bit surprised by that, but I mean, there's nothing really that they can do about that if they run out of books. But I was kind of hoping that they would just ship the ones that they had because I ordered three, which I'll show you in a haul that'll be coming up very soon, but not happening. So I am fine with that. It's fine. Everything's, not, I mean, nothing's disrupted. It's not like I don't have books to read, but I was just a little surprised by how long it took. And some of my friends got theirs like lickety split, and I guess it depends on where you live. And also, it's just interesting to me that when I look at the tracking, when I finally get the tracking, it tracks from, I guess, somewhere in the Northeast all the way to Illinois. And then it goes back down to Georgia. And then it comes to me, which seems a little out of the way. It seems like they could just go all the way down to Georgia, kind of straight path, and then go on to the south on the Gulf Coast. But no, has not happened since I started ordering, I don't think, from Book of the Month Club, but it doesn't ever usually take that long. So I'm really not sure what happened in that regard. But I got it, so I'm happy, and I'll be doing that haul. I also did research my most anticipated reads, and I have a list. And I haven't filmed that yet. I have not had a chance. I filmed another video. I did not love it. I think I put it in my trash can on my computer. And then this morning I thought, well, perhaps it wasn't as bad as you think it was, because that happens now and again. But I will see what I can do. If it's possible, I may edit that and post that too. Because I love posting and recording content. I mean, I don't worry about getting behind because I know you guys are fine with that, but I really love doing this, and it makes me very, very sad. But there's lots of great videos out there from other booktubers, and some of them have shared some of the same books that I'll be sharing. As you know, that happens a lot, but I'm very excited about a few of them. One author that I've read one book by, I think she's only written the one until now, I'm really happy about, because I did enjoy that one. It was very interesting, but I'm not going to tell you, but you can see if you can figure out which one it is, I guess. Two people actually two authors I'm really happy to see returning. And I think one of them I've talked about before recently, but that's going to be really, really good, I think. So I'm looking forward to that. I'd love to tell you that I'm eating great foods and great things, but I have no appetite whatsoever. And the medication makes me a bit nauseous. I have to eat when I take the one medication. And so, yeah, that's not helpful to get me to eat. So I'm eating mostly bananas and Belvita bars, which the blueberry are my favorite. In case you didn't ever eat a Belvita bar, I highly recommend them. I don't have much of an appetite at all. I'm trying not to eat as much ice cream, trying not to eat anything sweet. But to be honest, I don't want anything sweet either. Like I just have no real appetite at this point. And so I guess the only good thing about UTIs is that if I'm gaining some weight and I'm feeling a little bit off about that, it usually goes away when this happens. But I would rather have it go away a different way. Like I'd be walking if I could be walking. I'd be doing so much more if I had the energy to be able to do that and I didn't have this back pain. But it is what it is, right? There's nothing that I can really do about that except to continue to do what I can do, what I can control, right? To continue to ask for help, which I've had to do a lot the last few days, and also to just be grateful for what is good and what is happening. I do a grateful gratitude journal every day. I talk about that each morning in my journaling, but I am noticing that The Measure was a really good book for me to have read now, but because while it is very dark, it also talks about, and I'm not spoiling anything really, I think it talks about the measure of your life, right? And it talks about what is a life well lived versus what is a life that we're not really present with. And I really appreciated that message. And I will say that I think it's a good read for almost anybody. I did notice that there are a lot of people that hate it. So we'll talk about it in more depth when I do the review of the books that I read this month. But yeah, there's a lot of people that just do not like this book. It's very divisive, I would say, but it's very difficult. It's difficult topic. It's difficult conversations. It's really challenging. And then I have the book Women of Troublesome Creek to read because my friend Pam chose that for me from my list of books that I wanted to get read fairly soon. And so she picked that book for me, and I picked a book for her. So I need to get to that as soon as possible, too. And then I also want to get to the second in the Richard Osman Thursday Murder Club series because I spun the wheel to get to that, and I didn't start it yet because I had some other things that I was trying to get read. So I have done all that I can do, and I feel pretty good about that. I feel good about the alleviation of pain today. It is much better than it was yesterday. And I feel good about just being able to spend a few minutes with you. Like Krista, this is one of my favorite places to be. Even if we're not in person together, we are connected in this way. And I really love that so much. I love sharing books with you. I love commenting with you as much as I can get in and read those comments. I do. And I usually go back now and again and go, get to the ones that I missed. But I think that this is one of my favorite places to be, especially on a morning, whether it's a work day or not. I'm happy, happy, happy to be here. I'm happy to be in Momentum. I'm happy to participate in some of these prints and book clubs and be with all of you in this community. So I thank you for that. I'm very grateful for that. I'm very grateful for my family, for all the wonderful things that are happening with them, and that's bringing me joy. One of my granddaughters got Student of the Week, I think. Adeline did. And my oldest granddaughter has an event coming up with the color guard. So I'm excited to see if I can make it to that. It's coming up Thursday, I think, soon. My daughter, who's a teacher, received perfect marks for her feedback from her school coach. And she's very good at what she does and she loves teaching, so that made me happy as well. So we're celebrating her. Yeah, we're celebrating a lot of wonderful, wonderful things this week. And so that is the measure of my life, right? Like those are the things that we put the emphasis on. Those are the things that make us very, very happy and remind ourselves that we can do hard things. Like that's what my tattoo reminds me. Wonder Woman, we can do hard things, right? So I'm going to keep doing easy things, good things, and hard things. And I will be back with you as soon as possible, probably sooner than later. And I appreciate you so very much. Thank you for your constant community participation. For those of you who've been with me for a while, for those of you who haven't, I hope you'll consider coming back, even though this wasn't maybe the book talk that you thought you were going to get today. But here's my parting recommendation. Take care of yourself first. You cannot take care of anyone else, dog or human, cat or human. You cannot do anything for anyone else, coach them, meet with them as students, anything, unless you first take care of yourself. And that is something that I have to remind myself of a lot because I was raised by people in my generation of the people that came before me and the people that have come after me. We have a sort of a family tendency to help other people and to do things that we think would bring other people joy, and sometimes to our own detriment. So that is my message for you today, is take care of you first and make sure that you are okay. And if you're not okay and you need help, ask for help. It's hard for me to do. I know it's hard for a lot of you to do as well, but sometimes you just have to say, I need help. I can't do this now. I need to rest. I will see you soon. So that is my current situation, and that is my current wish for you as well. So thanks for joining me again today. If you'd like to leave a comment below, I'd appreciate that. If you don't want to, you can leave a health emoji or a dog emoji or whatever you find helpful today, or a heart, whatever you'd like to send to me. And as always, happy reading. Bye.